Whoa. No way. Am I live? Honestly, people, I have no idea what I'm doing here. I don't even know if anybody's watching. Are you guys watching? I'm not even sure what's going on. I thought I was at least going to have time to crack this open. Maybe. Oh. Hold on. I need a can. Sorry for the squeaky chair. I'm going to wait for a couple more people to get in. I don't even know. Let's see. Do comments work? Guys, honestly, this is the inaugural live stream from Wolf of Weed Street. Yo, yo, yo. Is it working? So much different not doing this on a phone. Got my phone here. What up, Bruno? All right, wow. So we're here. Everybody can hear me, all right? There's an echo. Ooh. How bad's the echo? Echo. Guys, test run. Oh, it was on your end. Okay, cool. All right, well, man, not really the numbers that I usually put up on Twitter, but, you know, then again, it's Saturday night at 9:30. You're probably, you know, getting it in if you're not married, or I hope you got it in. You know, maybe you guys can kill the old myth that a man's only got so many loads. Much better quality than Twitter, right? Okay, so I'm basically just going to do, so here's why I was compelled to do this. You guys get to see all my Star Wars shit. I started getting blown up last week, this week, and now this weekend about, what is it? GRNF. What the fuck is that? I don't, well, I'm not even sure if I can curse. Sorry. So GRNF Holdings, that's a symbol. It used to be DCGD, Discovery Gold. It had this crazy run from like dub 2 to like $2. Always was a scam, you know? And I said that from the beginning. I was like, but I'm not going to step on the thing's neck because let me tell you, I wish I bought it. I honestly do. Like, you can make money on a scam. You just don't get caught in it, right? Guys made a ton of money and also rode down a ton of money. You know, that's the saddest thing about it. So let me get this rumor out of the way. First, I was never joining the board of this company. I only know that because some people sent me emails saying that they talked to the CEO, who actually just stepped down this week, that I was joining the board and that I was going to do some like marketing campaign. Never talked to the guy in my life. He sent me messages on LinkedIn, and I wanted to kind of get to the bottom of the scam, and he ended up never calling me. So, you know, he's like, oh, can we talk? And I was like, yeah, sure. Here's my number. Never talked to him. So that's one. Two, if you're a multi-billion-dollar fund or you've got multi-billion-dollar hedge funds putting money into you, why would you have to buy a pink non-reporting company with legacy debt and legacy shareholders? If you're a billion-dollar company, wouldn't it just be smarter to do an S1 registration or, you know, just go through the normal IPO process? Why would you buy something with, you know, people you can't control that might have millions upon millions of shares of paper? So my theory is pretty simple, right? And I'm saying this for the 16, 17 people on there. Don't worry, I'm gonna make it worth your while for you 17 people. So how do you make money off of that? Easy. You own the debt. Your friend owns the debt. You run it up. You show, hey, I'm not selling any stock. I'm a long-term holder, but you're getting paid through, in Wolf of Wall Street, they were called rat holes, right? I'm growing a coronavirus beard. I need to shave my neck. So yeah, so they're called rat holes. Is that what happened? I don't know. I'm just speculating. In my opinion, I have no information. So this is clearly just my opinion. But I've never said that I was joining the board. And if the CEO told people that, if he told shareholders that I was joining the board, then that's fraud. Like, that's outright fraud. Okay. One, it's not just fraud because it's complete nonsense. It's fraud because you can't tell shareholders anything that's forward looking. So let's start with that. Let's say maybe I'm going to play devil's advocate. Let's say I was going to join the board. All right. So let's say that I was. Now, he is not allowed to tell you any of that. Okay. Even if it was true. I mean, the fact that it was false just makes it, his hope, I guess, was that I would not find out. Of course, I'm going to find out. Nobody can keep news like that in. And the crazy thing is, it didn't just come from one person. Okay. So, for the people that are in it, stop chasing it. Stop feeding it your money. All the people already made all their money in it. Anybody that tells you to buy it, don't trust those people. But at the same time, if you get crushed on it, it's your own fault. Okay. So I'm not even going to talk smack about the people that were pumping it, because honestly, they don't get a commission if you bailed out early at $1 or $2. That's on you. If you don't know what you're investing in and you don't know the risks, then you completely deserve everything you get. You deserve the money if you take the profit, and you deserve the effing pain if you get smoked. All right? For trusting, okay? You don't trust in the stock market. You cross-reference, all right? There's a big difference. People say, oh, I did my due diligence. Everything looks legit. Did you? Because it took me about 5 minutes in July to realize that this was a scam. Literally 5 minutes. Looked at their website traffic, looked at what they were trying to sell. It didn't, everything that they had didn't justify the storyline. So for me, I was like, there's no way I could touch it. I mean, had I known that it was going to go from sub penny to $2, yeah, I would have touched it with both hands and, probably a couple of other appendages. But, I can't Monday morning quarterback it. And honestly, there's, for every 1,000 companies out there, this is like a rarity. 1% do these things. And more often than not, if I fired 1,000 times at companies like this, I'm going to get killed for the most part. I'm not going to make money. I'm going to just get absolutely destroyed. And that's why most people that play penny stocks on the long run get killed. Me, I started with penny stocks from, small caps. Then I found PotStocks. There was 13 PotStocks, completely different world. And now it's, there's 300 companies, but I graduated from penny stocks to, big board companies. Now I don't trade anything. One, I don't trade PotStocks that don't trade on big exchanges, because if they don't have options, what's the point? I mean, there's a couple really good MSOs I'm looking at, but I'm not looking at buying anything until July, August, maybe. And that's dependent on when they, have share unlocks. And I'll do a whole series on share unlocks and everything like that. So let's see. So many red flags, right? For the 32 people on here, give me questions. Give me something to talk about. Guys, I bought Sunkiss last week. Am I supposed to cover that up? And I forgot how much I loved Sunkiss as a kid. Amazing. Little boost. Okay, so for everybody that's in GRNF, I'm sorry. You're gonna get the thing could go up. I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you what to do with your money. That's stupid, and you shouldn't listen to anybody. Earnings week. That's the main topic of this conversation, right? And this is what you're gonna eventually share your friends, and this is really important. Is the SPY going to retest the lows? I don't know. I don't think so. Okay. The Fed has got the money gun. All right. There's nothing that you can't fight the Fed right now, but the earnings are going to be scary. So the first kind of like canary in the coal mine was Intel, right? Intel beats, then they give guidance, stock drops 4% after hours. It recovered on Friday, so this was Thursday. Netflix beats, user growth off the charts, guidance, thing drops. It recovers, okay? The big one, the scary one, is going to be Apple. The one that can save everything is going to be Amazon. I looked at Amazon 2650 calls. They were, I think, $20, $23. Insane. The price was insane. The premium that is in those call options, insane. And that's $200 away. But here's the thing. If Apple gives really bad guidance, and look, what you need to know is a couple of things. Before this whole coronavirus thing happened, analysts were saying that Apple was already way too overvalued. Some analysts had price targets at like 206, 207. Goldman Sachs last week downgraded them. There's no Apple stores in the US that are open. They're doing their stuff online. App services and other stuff that make them money are all going to be down. Everybody's going to be down. I mean, look, they had to just roll out like a junky, like $400 phone. It's much scarier than that because Apple is a high-end consumer product, right? So what happens when your consumers can't afford rent, can't afford food? I live in a nice neighborhood, and there's like all these like farms by me, like, snobby farms. And one of the snobby farms had a food drive, or, not a food drive, where you pick up food if you need it. The line was crazy, scary, really scary. People are really hurting. Real estate gonna get killed. A lot of companies are not going to recover. Restaurants, bars, if it's mom and pop, probably going to get destroyed. I try and eat at this one pizza place by me as much as I can because it's the only, I'm from New York and it's legit the only good pizza around me. And if they go out of business, I don't know what I'm going to do because my daughter loves Papa John's and I hate Papa John's. They do it for the pizza cookie. So here's what I really think. And, if you guys follow me on Twitter, which I'm guessing you do, then you know that when the coronavirus was even before it was really anything, this is before it was even a media hoax. I was tracking it in Wuhan, and how close it was getting to Foxconn, which is the factory that makes all of Apple products. I feel, and I don't want to sound like Alex Jones or some conspiracy theorist, that this is to just get as many people out at the top as possible, because even Kudlow today was just like, we can't spend any more money. What else is the Fed going to do? At some point, you can't shoot the money gun. And it's like, get as many people out right now as possible, and then just get ready for the whirlwind, man. It's going to be nasty. States like Florida are going to screw everything up. Florida, Georgia, where all these people are protesting. These are the people that are going to F it up for everybody else. So, but right now or up to the end of summer. So I got somebody very, 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 very high up in government. Okay. And in February, they were saying that their projection was this is going to go on until December. I mean, this is early, so early projections, but I mean, this is like super senior level. Crazy. Oh, I'm so thirsty. Hey, Farah, how are you? Johnny B. Apple going sub 250 this week? Yeah. Zoom was crazy for everybody that's watching this. So I see some people from True Trading Group. You've probably seen me on there with Michael Edward, the head trader at True Trading Group. We had a crazy week. I was short Zoom Thursday. Thank God I held on to those calls, and I was down like 70% on them. But my feeling with Zoom was like the run just been, it was like 140, then it was 180 in like 3 days. And that was just too nuts for me. Same thing with Shopify. Shopify was Tuesday. So I went too early, and then Mike came in and just, it's like I set it up and he just kind of knocked it down. But it was an awesome trade. And then I was just scalping it at the end. I was like, I was like buying 10 contracts, selling it, 10, sell. But yeah, I'm probably going to buy calls on Amazon this week. One of my friends bought 100 Zoom calls, not Zoom calls. He bought 100 Zoom puts 2 minutes before Facebook announced the news. He bought them at 25 cents. He made 125 grand in like 15 minutes. So yeah, $2,500. And he's like, I was just trying to make like $500, $1,000 maybe. So yeah, it's nuts. I've done those. So in early March or late February, and for the people that follow me on Twitter, this is before everybody was like noticing that they were doing a repo like the last 15 minutes of the day on the SPY on like a Friday. And this is before stuff got crazy. I picked up on it right away, and I would do a stream the night before and be like, okay, there's going to be a pump at 320 and 345. And it was like that. And I was buying lotto calls and making more money in the last 15 minutes than I was making in the whole week. So much so that I would have trades, and then the whole profit from whatever that trade was, I set aside, or mentally set aside, all right, that's what I'm going to blow on lotto calls and puts at the end of the day. And did one on like Apple. I did 2 on Apple. I bought 5 on one and 1 on another. And the one that I bought 5 on went 12,000%. And the one that I bought 1 on went 6,000% in like 8 minutes. I spent like $140 total, $123, and I sold early, but it ended up being like $2,500. It was just absolutely nuts. If Apple earnings are bad and Amazon's good, what do I think the net impact is going to be? Well, Amazon's just going to look. Amazon's going to dominate, and like this coronavirus situation is just accelerates everything that Amazon was doing already. And what Amazon was doing before was essentially just killing brick and mortar companies and industries, right? So this just basically showed everybody, like, you can't be in brick and mortar, all right? Amazon is held up. Walmart has held up because they've been able to stay open and they've got a ton of stuff. Target, same thing. Apple is very niche, okay? It's high-end consumer products. It's $1,000 iPhones. It's, iPads, $250 AirPods. Like the cheapest thing you're going to get from Apple is like a cord, all right? Like I just went and got today. I got 2 of them. That's it, Apple controls the SPY, and if Apple falls and Apple cracks, then everybody's going to be like, whoa, there's a really big problem, right? But Apple is not the big story here, okay? Now, I told you 32 beautiful people, I don't know why I don't have 32 likes. Maybe because you're just not signed in, but if I have 10 likes, I'd look at that as a positive. Just teasing. Oh, 6 likes. Thank you very much. So here's the biggest thing that you guys need to concentrate on. And outside of the market, really just think about yourselves, especially if you're homeowners or whatever. Real estate is going to get so kicked in the nuts after this. So I'm going to give you a bunch of tickers. So I create basically a whole set. So I'll show you. So you see, all right, these are all different watch lists. So here's the real estate one. All right. I just want you to see all those tickers. Okay. DRV, MBB, REK. You got, these are the ones that I think really matter. Okay. SRS, which is the ultra short real estate. DRV, which is directional daily real estate bear, 3x inverse. So think of that as like the TVIX, okay? So basically that's max fear. Think about max fear in real estate, all right? TVIX went from $38 to 1,000, hit $1,000, okay? I know a lot of people that are like Airbnb superhosts. Well, not a lot of people. I know like one person, and then I just have like acquaintances through that person. And so I was having this conversation, and they were like, yeah, like my Airbnb properties are just fucked right now, like completely fucked. Okay. Good thing is He had small properties, wasn't carrying like crazy mortgages. Pretty much had them paid off first. So I was like, yeah, man, that sucks. Nobody's going to go to an Airbnb. All the sanitizing rules are going to be nuts. Everybody's going to be in a hotel. So he's like, yeah. So he's like, I'm in this Superhost community. You guys go on Airbnb, you know what a Superhost is. And he's like, I know people on there that are carrying 10 mortgages, no money coming in. And he's like, not like a few people, like a lot of people. Like crazy mortgages. That's just Airbnb. My sister bought $1 million house in Woodstock. Has a stupid mortgage. Put like $250K into the renovation. Not even done yet. Her mortgage is like six grand or something, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Your mortgage shouldn't be more than what you would pay for like rent. All right. If you're paying more than like $4 grand and you're making like, I don't know, 100 grand, you're an idiot. Too much. But anyway, so the forbearance, if you guys have heard about that, basically they tack on 3 months. So in 3 months, 90 days, if you owe, let's say your mortgage is $2,000, you owe $6,000 plus that month's mortgage. People don't have fucking jobs right now. How are you going to pay your mortgage all at once? You barely feed yourself. Unemployment is like $1,200 if you're in a good state. If you're in like, I don't know, Florida, Georgia, it's like nothing. And it's just not going to cut it. Electric, like you live in Florida, your electric bill's, I don't know, $200 easy. If you have an AC. So the only thing that saves real estate, and I still think people are going to default. Defaults already went up 4%. Requests for forbearance up 78%. And this is like 2 weeks ago. Unemployment's at 22 million right now. 22 million. All right. We're into this 5 weeks. 5 weeks, not even. We're not even into it. We haven't like, think about the 2008 financial crisis. That lasted for a year. All right. It took a while till companies started really going bankrupt in mass. We aren't even close to that. We're not in the first inning. We're not even in our car driving to the ball game yet for how bad things could get. Yeah. And then, Johnny B makes a really good point. You had all this money that was supposed to go to small businesses, which is the lifeblood of the U.S. economy. Who got it? Republicans who, like this one Republican in the state of Florida, her husband is on the board of Pollo Tropical, which is a huge chain. Like it's a public company. They got $10 million. Shake Shack got money, but they returned it because of the outcry. Ruth Chris got money. All these things. Some of these companies, so I saw a bunch of them, and Johnny, you probably saw the same thing. Some of these companies were worth like $100 million, others like 80 million, and they were getting like 10 million. They were getting 10% of their value in like cheap money that could have gone to like small businesses that actually need it, But no, let's save Ruth Chris. Stupid, And I'm a Republican, right? As soon as they gave, as soon as they put like 2.3 trillion to buying junk bonds, they were rigging the market for the rich people. Basically, hey, we're basically giving you a risk-free trade. We're going to take all of that bad debt off of your books, which is super shady. And, you know, I'm I'm a 1% Republican now, thanks to getting out of weed at the right times. So, look, I don't think it's fair. I haven't laid off anybody. That's good. I still pay people that work for me that don't work for me, which is, it's interesting, but people will remember. So yeah, look, you have to be really careful. So the thing that I'm going to be looking at the most in the coming months is shorting real estate and then financials. So another ticker for shorting financials will be SKF. All right, so think of it as SKIF, SKF. It's $16 right now. So yeah, those are like the three main ones. So SRS, SKF, and DRV. And here's another look at them. Okay. You gotta take a screenshot, do whatever you need to do. And you'll see the thought process by when you look at the other companies, right? So like MBB is like mortgages, okay? It's all going to be like dominoes. So, that's what you have to kind of take into account, right? All right. Any other questions? Do I play options on these? No, I've been buying. So SRS has been a straight up ATM machine because the market's been so volatile. And the S&P is like up $5, down $5. This thing's swinging $1. So I bought 1,000 shares like 2 weeks ago, maybe more. And they were pretty much doing nothing. And then they started moving. And then I sold half. I bought like $1 lower. I reloaded. Sold like $1.50 higher. Went down, reloaded. And I just kept on doing like this. And I've just been accumulating free shares in the process. And then like pocketing the difference. So I've picked up like 100 shares for free, which is great. Just by trading like $1 swing. And the reason that I don't sell the whole position is I don't want to, get into a situation where the thing just ends up running. Like I was in Power REIT at 8 and I got cute trying to do that. And I sold at like 11.20 and I didn't sell half of my position. I sold like 75% of my position. I was really pissed about it. And thinking that it would just dip because that's what it did. And it ended up going up like $2, like $2.50. So that sucks. So I could chase it and then it probably comes down, but I have to like work twice as hard. And I just don't like doing that. Another thing that I'm doing right now is rolling profit into some of these distressed companies that I know are going to be around in a year. Everybody's chasing all these companies, especially in PotStocks, right? Canopy's not going to double in a year. What has more of a chance to double, Canopy or American Airlines? American Airlines. And at least American Airlines comes with a dividend, right? And it's cheaper. It's fucking cheaper than Canopy. So you got to start looking at these distressed companies that are going to get bailed out. They're essential. Airlines essential. I'll buy cruise lines too because, idiots are still going to take cruises. Like I'm still going to have to probably go on a cruise again. And I hate cruises. But they're easy when you have kids. Now with like coronavirus, that's why I hate cruises because it's like, it's like a petri dish at sea. But, that look at some of these companies. Like you guys saw my Boeing trade. In Boeing at 90, out half my position at 181. Goes all the way down. Like, I don't even care. People are gonna, like, you're going to reload? No, why? I'll reload if it goes back to 90. So that's what you have to do. if the market does drop, okay, if the market does tank, you're going to get another shot at it, and you're going to play it smarter. You know, we're going to get a massive relief bounce, okay? This recovery should not have been V-shaped. It should have been U-shaped. I mean, look at it, you know, and my partner Mike says this all the time. Right now, we're at like August 2019 price levels, right? Would you say that the economy and the stock market was healthier in August of 2019 versus now? Of course you would. There's something really bad with the system. Thoughts on Tilray? Tilray's junk. Look at Tilray's PE ratio. Whoa. The only company in Canada that I would buy is Kronos, and the only reason that I would buy them, like if somebody put a gun to my head and they said, "Wolf, what are you buying?" Okay, I'd say Kronos because they're the ones that have money to make it through this. You idiots don't understand what's happening. The pop rebalancing. It's simple. There's a rebalancing pop. Somebody sizing up. They had to have some risk in the portfolio. That's all it was. No news. Everything went up at the same time. We've seen this before in PotStocks, but everybody forgets. Okay? And it was only certain companies. Who's texting me? Only certain companies. Was there any news on Friday that I didn't see? I'd give the puts on Tilray another day. I'd wait till Tuesday to short Tilray. Or midday Monday. All right? If that makes more sense. Because let the idiots buy it. All right? Let the FOMO kick in. And then let them come back to reality. Like they always do. That's why it's so easy. It's like, you know, you could either play basketball against LeBron or you could play basketball against my son, who's 2 and sucks at basketball. Like my son sucks at basketball. Awful. Awful. I'm embarrassed at how bad he is at basketball. Yes, I'm definitely going to let you know in chat when I'm going to be shorting Tilray. Everybody should join TTG. It's been absolute fire. Like everybody always asks me on Twitter to talk about our ATM machine, our secret ATM machine, where it's like money, 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 money. I can play the song I'll play the song for the Magic ATM. Yeah, so we have a stock that I discovered a flaw in the matrix. Gonna pat myself on the back there. And it's just been like paying people.
Yeah! What you heard? It's what you hearing. It's what you hearing. Listen. It's what you hearing. Listen. It's what you hearing. Listen.
Here's the.
X gon' give it to you. What? Wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you. Knock, open up the door to spell.
So that's a tip. Yeah, I'm talking about U.S. Steel. So, you know what? The 41 beautiful people on here, that 13 of you hit the like button. So U.S. Steel lags behind the SPY like 15, 20 minutes. So it's like knowing what the market is going to, if you knew what the market was going to do in 15, 20 minutes, how much of an advantage would that be? X is that on a smaller scale. But it's also like Sex Panther. I'd say 80% of the time it works every time. Sometimes it deviates, you know? So yeah, so every Tuesday we do TTG Tuesday. That's my code if you decide to join. You get 30%, and then you get a one-on-one with me. And a one-on-one with me consists of you telling me every dog shit pot stock you own, and I tell you how you're going to get out of it and actually be profitable from that. Nice, Andrew. Yeah, it's been fun. Like my plays recently, like I've been putting more size in, but man, they've been slow. It's like 20%, 30%, but I'm like not stressed. I'll go for swims during the market. Before, like I wouldn't do anything during the market. I'm like making myself sandwiches and stuff. You know, it's crazy. Jay Sean down on the spy. Yeah, the chat room is fun. It's good being around like a bunch of traders. Like people, you know, if you're on the fence about something, somebody will jump in and be like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. You know? So what other questions you got? Hold on, I need a boost. Guys, I wish I could show you all of my Star Wars stuff. The lightsaber, Darth Vader, Stormtrooper. Oh, I'm ready? Let me show you this. Want to see the best investment I made? No, not the best investment. One of the best investments I made this year. See those things up there? All right. Over there, that's Princess Leia. In the middle, R2-D2 and Darth Vader. Those are Barbie dolls. Yeah, I bought them for like $100 each. I was gonna buy 5 of each, and then my wife said that I would have to give my wife, I would have to give my daughter a set, and I was like, I'll just buy one for myself. Now they're going on eBay for like triple the price. So yeah. So anyway, all right. I am going to let everybody go. Enjoy their night. Actually. You guys want me to talk about TrueLeave? I'm gonna give you guys, somebody's got to say yes on the comments. Do you want me to talk about TrueLeave and CureLeaf? Okay. All right. Oh, risk. I have, do you want to know something crazy? I have an All-American plaque, and I threw it out by accident. It was in a box that I thought was junk. I threw away my All-American. All right, yeah, let's talk about MSOs. TrueLeave, CureLeave. Everybody thinks that I'm like trying to get Riz Sabatino. Dude, that guy, people are such babies. Nobody likes the truth. Kim Rivers doesn't like the truth either. I told her this last year. I told her this again. Last time I talked to her on the phone, she sent me all this fucking TrueLeave gear. You think I don't like TrueLeave? I love it when people send me free gear. So here's the thing with TrueLeave. One, I think their CFO just stepped down, right? Maybe he's going to definitely have some shares that he's going to sell. Okay. Here's the thing. If you're long TrueLeave, you need to know how many of that 11 million shares is from company founders or like Kim Rivers or whatever. Okay. Find out how much of that stuff is theirs. That's first. That's 11.5 million shares. Right now, the float's got about 30 million shares in TrueLeaf. I don't even know what the float is in CureLeaf because honestly, I'm not even really paying attention. I just know that they've got a lot of, I'll tell you right now how many shares they got coming out. If you bear with me, because I got my phone in my hand and I'm not streaming from it. It's like having a 9-foot dick. Boom. Yeah. Boom. All right, share unlock. CureLeaf. Okay, so CureLeaf on March 31st had 16 million shares come out. All right. TrueLeaf has on the 15th, excuse me, has 11.2 million shares coming out. All right. Green Thumb, June 5th, 6.9. Not worried about that. CureLeaf, another 6 million June, another 16 million June 30th. TrueLeaf, 54 million July 25th. Then CureLeaf. So basically, CureLeaf has 45, 60 million shares coming out. Whoa. 75 million shares. Basically, every 3 months, 16 million shares is going to come out for CureLeaf. All right. That's a lot. But at least they're bleeding it out. So let's take a look at CureLeaf. What did I say? 31st? Oh my God. Okay. Here's to everybody that doesn't think that the stock's going to be under pressure. All right. Everybody, if you can, if you're watching this on a desktop, I want you to go pull up. I'm just going to show you guys. All right. You guys see that? Here, let's make it more fun. I'll do it like this. All right, ready? See what I just did there? That is exact. All right. I know you can't see it really, but that red line here, that's before the unlock. And then here, all right, I drew another little line. See it right there? All right, you can barely, there you go. Oh, perfect. That's when the shares unlocked, the first 16 million. All right. And it's recovered, but let's see. That was 1 million shares. That was only 1.2 million shares coming out. Okay, that's 1.2 million shares. Now here's the difference between CureLeaf and TrueLeaf. Hold on, let's take a look at Cure. Let's see. Yeah. CureLeaf trades a lot more in the US. So if we look at TrueLeaf, sorry, I know this TCG'S. Is this boring, you guys? No, EK909. Here's the difference between TGOD, okay? TGOD, people like to give me a lot of shit for TGOD, but let me point at the scoreboard for a second. Actually, you see that? That's called TGOD trophy. Sold it for 100%, in June. That's a month after the IPO. Came back, reloaded the warrants. Then it doubled again, actually went 120%. The warrants ended up going 200%. I bought half stock, half warrants. So I killed it. Out in September at the high of 8. So I'm sitting on 7 figures of TGOD money from basically something that started as 300 grand US. We all knew what was going to happen with the unlock. We were all waiting. I had bids all the way down to $1.60, and not just little bids, like 50,000 shares, 100,000 shares. Why? Because I was basically playing with free money. TGOD was trading $5-10 million a day. Some days it traded more than that. So I'm going to put that in perspective for you. All right, let's look at TrueLeave. I'm going to look at a 3-year chart. Not that it's been around for 3 years. The most that thing's ever traded in a day is $36 million. And that day it went down. And that was actually December of 2019. So let me look at something else. That was the highest volume day, and the stock went down 30% or 20%. All right. Now let's look at TGOD. All right, 3 years. So 36 million. All right. So the most that TGOD has traded in a day was 70. Damn. That's 88 million in a day. All right. But it, for the most part, was trading an average $5 million a day. TrueLeave is barely trading $1 million a day. Tons of volume. All right. And that's the problem. All right. TrueLeave has no shareholders. You know where TrueLeave's shareholders come from? My tweet from the first time I got into it. Literally. And I'm not saying that to be a jerk. That's the truth. And you could even ask Kim, because she tells that story. I tweeted a ticker, and there was a company called True Light on the OTC. Take a look at True Light and look at the day, like 2 days after TrueLeave went public. I'll show it to you. True Light. Look at what I did to this thing. All right. You see that? That's True Light. You see that spike? Does everybody see it? Okay. You see that spike on True Light? Now, all right. So So that was October 2018. Look at TrueLeave. All right. Do you see? I got into TrueLeave. Nobody knew about it. I was in Spain on vacation. My friend's like, did you get into TrueLeave? I was like, when did it go in public? I've been waiting to get in. It went public yesterday. I go, do not fucking say a word. I'm going to buy as much as I possibly can. And I did. And I was like, don't write about it. Don't say anything. I was like, nothing. Got in. And now I wasn't selling. But then I was like, yeah, now let me start giving people a taste. And I was like, yo, you need to be in this company. Like, it's legit. They're in Florida. I know them. What's the symbol? I go, it's TrueLeave. The symbol is TRUL. I had to have my broker because it wasn't trading on the OTC yet. So I had to do a broker assist to get the trade. So I was like, call your broker. Its symbol is TRUL. They looked at TrueLight and they were like, this thing's 2 cents. Caused a massive short squeeze in TrueLight. TrueLight goes up 500%. And then I tweet. You can go back to the date and look for it. That's not TrueLeave. And I didn't even tell people to buy TrueLeave, but I was like, TrueLight is not TrueLeave. And my friends were like, dude, I put like 10 grand into this thing and I'm up 50 grand in a day. I was like, get out. And what did they do? They got out and they went to the real TrueLeave. And TrueLeave went from $8 to $22. You're welcome, TrueLeave. So that's where all the shareholders came from. That's where all the hype. They've never tried to get new shareholders, which has always been a giant mistake. So, I think Curaleaf is an easier one to play if they keep bleeding it out, 16 million every 3 months. So take a look at that. But yeah, man, we've been here almost an hour. I can't believe it. Time flies. So yeah, I think you don't want to own TrueLeave right now. I'm not too worried about this unlock. I think it could be telling. I don't have that figure. And honestly, I'm not too preoccupied with TrueLeave right now. Like, I don't know how much of that 11.2 million shares Kim owns, or her CFO, or whatever, her husband. Because my thinking is they probably own enough that it won't matter. And the other stuff. But let's say 1% of that comes out, which is 1.1 million shares. If that came out in a day, it'd be catastrophic. When's the last time TrueLeave traded $1 million? I know. I do get sick of being asked about TrueLeave, but I don't mind because everybody's like, well, what's your angle? You're trying to get it cheaper. I'm like, no, motherfucker. I'm like, I bought it at 8 and sold it from 16 to 22. I go, what do I care? I was like, I can afford to be wrong. I was like, can you? I was like, most of you guys bought it up there. When I'm like, I'm taking my 100% and, like, I make 100% on any stock. And the guys in True Trading Group know this because I'm quick to take profit, but I make 100% on a stock. I'm out. I'm not sticking around to see how it goes. I take half my position off the table, and then you know what? It goes up another 20%. I take a little bit more, and then I just bleed out the rest. I can live with that. I can live with wins. All right. I just put that money to work somewhere else, because for it to go 100% and then go another 100%, that's really tough. It's stairs up, elevator down. I mean, look at everybody that was buying Zoom this week. Buying it at 180, thinking it's going to 250. Drop $20. It's expensive, when you're buying $160 stock. Think about it. You buy 100 shares of Zoom at $180. It costs you 18 grand. like that. Oxy, $12 calls, 200%. You're welcome. That was one of my calls this week. And not just 200%. It's only 200%. I actually think that we did better on US Steel this week, honestly. Although Shopify, if my bid hit, would have been monster. Zoom, my 160s ended up doing well that I had for this following week. I probably should have held them, but I was just happy because I was down like 70% on them. But yeah, remember, because we sold Oxy or trimmed Oxy and then reloaded like 40 cents below where we bought, where we sold. So we sold at 185, 190, reloaded at 145, trimmed some of that at 156, and then the next day it went to 238. So yeah, it was a pretty good day. Aaron Anderson, guess what? It's not Friday. It's Saturday. You missed Friday altogether. You've got only one more day in your weekend. But don't worry, we got some boost. Guys, I'm really proud of this. My first cannabis award. Trippy, man. Trippy. All right. So, yeah. All right. So, look, guys, you are the first watchers and viewers, okay? Please hit that like button. And the only reason I say to hit the like button is because whenever Mike does one of these, he says, smash the like button, subscribe. I do want you to subscribe, though. That I do want you to do. Because I'm going to be doing all of these on here. Because, honestly, it's such a better setup. Such a better, look how clear I am. Wow. Wow, right? Look, then I go to my phone. That way when somebody asks me for a ticker, I just go, ooh. Oh, you guys want to see something? I'll show this. I'm going to show this for the people. All right. I told you I was going to give you guys something good. So I didn't put this on Twitter because I'm not a jerk, but it's kind of funny. So when all this thing with GRNF, and we're getting back to GRNF, I told you I was going to make it worth it. I just thought it was complete smoke show, just a scam, but I wanted to get to the bottom of it, right? So I started talking a little bit of shit about it, and the CEO ends up messaging me on LinkedIn. So I'm going to read it to you. Justin Costello. As the 8K states, we are behind the TTG'S, and this is not a scam. We actually know each other as well. Justin. And he puts his phone number. I blurred that stuff out. So I said this to him. I go, the people that are pumping it are some of the biggest penny stock scammers I've seen since I started messing with pennies. My point was that money you control, as pointed out by your site, is unlikely to go into TTG'S, because why would you mess with a junk shell with legacy issues? All right. And he says, let's have a chat after the market closes so we can discuss it further. It's funny because I was going to reach out to you on this deal. So he says, would that work for you? And I say, sure. I said, here's my number. Then he sends me a message. It says, the next day, says, Jason, sorry, yesterday was nuts. I'm around all afternoon. Like, I'm going to call him. I'm not going to call you him. So Next time I talk to him, and this was July 23rd was he sent me that message. Next time he sends me a message was February 9th. All right. So this is, that makes sense. What about peak streams? Ha, peaks. Jesus. I sound like, I know, I do, don't I? That's because I'm like, yo, I told him, like, I'm not going to do these streams anymore if you guys don't figure out, like, a different system. Can't do it like I sound good here, right? I look clean here. I mean, you can see the Last Supper. It's funny because my wife has to do a lot of, so my wife's a engineer. She does like planning and stuff. And right now, like she's doing a lot of stuff for the city of Fort Lauderdale. Actually approving some marijuana places for publicly traded companies. I know which ones. I can't trade them though. Or I won't. I don't. It's probably like a gray area. I just don't touch them. Easier that way. I can't even share the information. But they're always like, what's with the Star Wars stuff? I'm like, why aren't you doing a Millennium Falcon like background? You could, if you're signed in on your phone, FK, you can comment, you can message. You could share it if I bought you lunch. What are you talking about? Oh, look, Hamza's here. Hamza, how's the University of New South Wales? Hamza, you go to a Swans game yet? A guy I used to know, his dad was the chairman of the Sydney Swans. You got to be signed into YouTube, though. There's a kitsch. Yeah, use the YouTube app. Come on, guys. I think I'm going to just leave him there next time I do a stream. Like he's always looking over my shoulder, right? Oh, share the info on stores coming. I can't. I will say this, that MedMen, I'll say this, all right? I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to say it. So MedMen, I guess, came through the department, an application. And my wife's not on Twitter. And I don't really share with her some of the stuff that I do because she thinks it's childish. Like I told her why I went after Adam Bierman. You guys know why I went after Adam Bierman? It's a really great story. Anyway, she's caused another short squeeze. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so MedMen came across and I was like, don't fucking deal with that company. And then another engineer that we're friends with was like, MedMen owes us money. And this was right around the time all of that stuff's going on. And I was like, join the club, buddy. Oh yeah, the business card. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. That's the most expensive business card you never gave somebody. Isn't that right, Chewbacca? What? What the? Guys, I just noticed something on my Chewbacca. Do you guys see it? He's got two of the same hands. What the? What did they? What did they do? Oh my God, this is a travesty. I'm just noticing this. He's got two right hands. Do Wookiees have two right hands? That is so weird. My God. So crazy. Oh yeah, you got Ramadan going on though, right? How's that going? I can't believe I got a Chewbacca with two right hands. Now I got to check all my other toys. Jesus. Maybe. Huh. I don't even know how this thing works. Here we go. Oh God. So I think when I start putting on Star Wars helmets, that we've pretty much run the course. Look, I think that they're gonna pump this, you know, like I'm not gonna rush to jump into Amazon calls right away. I'm gonna probably wait till Tuesday. Look, guys, the Fed's gonna inject money into yes, I have reached peak quarantine. I think the Fed's gonna just keep injecting money, like crazy, right? What? What's that? Yes, this is Rogue 2. They're gonna keep injecting money. It's gonna be it's gonna be a choppy week, but it's gonna be hard to play, man. Honestly, if you're going to play Apple, you got to do put call spreads, because either, you do the put real low and you do the call, not as low, one at a time. The others will, it should, if you get the ratio right, one will pay for the other and then some. Yeah, they can't put too much money in. So, oh yeah, Boeing, Southwest has earnings on Tuesday. Guys, honestly, it might just be one of those days where it's just good to, maybe just watch the world burn, because that's really what it's going to come down to, right? All right, I'm going to have to do some giveaways soon. Things in my office that I have never used. This underwater scooter. Maybe you should give it away. Have a contest. Oh, that? See that? You see that guy right there? Whoa. 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 That's an original Andy Warhol. I've got two of them. If you're going to break into my house, that's what you go for. You don't go for the money. You go for that. Okay? You got it? That's what you go for. You could take the one off my wall. It's bigger, but it's too big. It probably won't fit in your car. All right? So don't take my cash. Take that. All right. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. All right. All right. Okay. So thank you. 21 likes, 30 viewers. You want to know something crazy? So we talked about doing a contest in TTG. When we were talking about this whole thing with Wall Street bets, it was like cash. I was like, why don't we just give them my car? I'll just write it off. All right. So I thought about doing a trading contest in TTG. And this is what I was going to give away. What do you think? What do you guys think? Yeah, that's my daughter's car. She'll be pissed. No, want to see my next one? I got it in here. Where the fuck are you? My coronavirus car. Where are you? Boom. You must be high, right? The only thing I got from Emblem was this grinder. Check that. Alethea. It's my certs. Do you want to hear the most ridiculous thing in the world? I bought like 40 grand worth of Emblem before it went public and was too lazy to turn in the certs. Now it's worth like a tenth of that. Came Alethea. All right. A picture of my car. Yes, I'm going to give you a picture of my car. Anyway, guys, this has been fun for my inaugural test run. And I really do appreciate you guys coming on here. I've got some really exciting stuff coming on. So we're going to have guests and not in here. We're going to just do like some crazy stuff. I'm in talks with some big people. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be educational. And I will probably look a lot cleaner. 1000% better quality, right? I actually like doing it. Like on my phone, people would call me. Here's the crazy thing. People on Twitter that know me, like that are friends, okay? And like guys that I talk to on Twitter that have my number, I've started talking shit about a position that they were in, and they've called me to interrupt so it knocks out my stream. Isn't that messed up? Can't knock out my YouTube. Not unless you got some bolt cutters and some rubber gloves so you don't get electrocuted. So, yeah. Total dick move. Total dick move, Andrew. Farad is way better, right? And you get to see my whole office. I feel like you get to see. I'm going to give some giveaways, all right? I'm going to re-gift some stuff that I got from people. What can we do with a giveaway? I'm not giving away my Barbies. I've got a Star Wars waffle maker. Okay. I've got R2-D2 signed. I got a lot. Ooh. I got some toys I can give away. I'm not giving away my Han Solo refrigerator. It makes way too much noise, right? Makes way too much noise. That Michael Edward. I'm just looking around my office for stuff that I could give away. And then I realized, like, I don't want to give away anything, but I have so many toys. My wife would love it. Hook your local boys up. Johnny B. He is local. I'll send you guys a lightsaber or something. Oh. Ready? This is so heavy. So heavy. Hold on.
Spatafora, Viridian.
I knocked the thing off of it. Who's a super nerd? Why aren't you making the noise? Anyway, all right. I think we've gone to peak fun. Guys, it's been really good. Thank you for watching my stream. Subscribe. Yeah, we'll have some fun. Like, if people subscribe and people start actually watching, then, because these are a lot more fun, they're not as much work. I will, I don't know, I'll do a lot of things, but I'll do these more frequent, right? Okay, have a good night. Take care, comb your hair.